Welcome back to another Market Watch. This is Corey with TCG Equity. We're going to go through some pretty big numbers for energy markers striding above and beyond. And as you can already tell, the best Broly has already crossed about $3,000 or just about $3,000. And we're going to talk about it today. Before we start our Market Watch, I do want to announce that my Patreon is up and running. You'll have access to the community Discord, some other content, and more importantly, the plays of the day. So the things that I kind of do, the things that I have interest in, it'll be in my Discord and it'll be in my Patreon. So if you're interested in that, please look at the link in the description below and let's start today's Market Watch. All right, we're going to first start off with the promo cards here. This is a very interesting take because of the description that the seller has. So this just sold maybe a few hours ago, and these are very nice promo cards. When I first saw these, I thought that they wouldn't go very high, but these are going pretty high. And the description's pretty funny here. If you're expecting a 10, please don't buy these cards. These sets are for collectors who don't grade. Typical service scratches. Cards are light played. So even being transparent, right? Even with Mr. XN, whatever, being very transparent, and people still buy it. They go, okay, that's fine. They still look good. If you want to put them in the like plastic display case and put it on your wall, I think these are very nice back-to-back cards. Okay, now the energy markers is a big one because these I saw from a distance that they're going to go up. It just took time for the market to react, and I don't have unlimited. I don't have a unlimited budget, so I couldn't buy as many as I can. But I tried to buy the ones that I liked. But this is expected because this is how you have to think about the energy markers, especially the ones that come out of the manga booster, right? The ones that's guaranteed two in every case. These are the artworks of Akira Toriyama printed on an official card for Dragon Ball. You have to think about it like this. Like the poses of Goku, Gohan, the poses of all the fighters and everybody, all bulked up Super Saiyan, energy waves and all that stuff. It's very typical. This is what we see on every card game. This is what we're going to see in the future. We're going to see the Gogeta and his Stardust Breaker in FBO9. But the way that you think about manga booster box or manga booster energy markers or any energy markers that you like, um, is that this artwork is very unique. It's like an official painting of Akira Toriyama on an official trading card, and you're getting it in PSA 10. This is kind of how you have to go about it. Like, yeah, it's Goku on a bike. It's not Goku in his Super Saiyan form, right? But that Super Saiyan form is what we see all the time, and we're gonna continue seeing. But this artwork stuff, you got to think this is like unique artistic painting, and there's really not that much out there. And I think the market is starting to realize, because we're starting to see $500 now for a lot of the, I don't want to say the off-brand ones, but like starting the mid-tier energy markers. Obviously the cover arts, right, have already been thousands of dollars, but for these ones like this Goku on the bike one, it crossed 500 now. And if we look like this one too, the I think fishing one, no, he's in this little contraption thing. This one I did not check. Did I? Oh, I did. This one crossed 500. So exactly like I'm saying, a lot of these energy markers are crossing that 500, and some are even up to $1,000 now. And it's not even the best energy marker. It's just energy markers from SB01, SB02. So these like artistic, unique cards, it's starting to gain popularity of collectability. Now, if we continue on, this one I feel really bad about because I had a chance to buy this exact card, right? This energy marker in PSA 10. I could have bought this for like $100 something, and I didn't because I decided to. I don't know if I have it here, but the trunks. If you guys know the trunks and the Bulma in the vehicle, I bought that one instead. But I should have bought this. But artwork wise, I might like the trunk one more. But this is exactly what I'm saying. 1250, and if we look at the sold 1150, so nearly full price. And this is a very unique card, right? The on the dragon car like Suzuki, right? And it's the uniqueness of the card of like you're not gonna find this type of artwork anywhere else but the manga boosters basically. And that's why it's the market is reacting this way, because we're gonna get Goku in the most muscled up form. We're gonna get Vegeta and the Gallic Gun. We're gonna get all of the typical poses of Gogeta, Vegito. You already know what we're gonna get, right? They're beautiful cards. We all know it. We all love it. We all want it, right? I'm eyeballing FBO9. I'm just not gonna be in at those pre-order prices. But if you look at these cards, there's just something very artistic about it that you're not gonna get anywhere else. That's why I'm such a big fan of energy markers. And if we continue on, like look at this raw copy that just sold yesterday, right? And you would think like there's no way it sold for close to 1,000. And if we look, it sold for the full price. So a raw copy sold for $1,000, and a PSA 10 just sold for about the same price. I mean, these cards are really going up there. I mean, this is 5 6x now officially from where we first started, what, a month ago maybe, right? And if we continue on, the Sleepy Goku is just breaking all time highs pretty much like every week. Or if you want to be even more accurate, I think every couple days this card just finds a new high somewhere. And and I don't have this card and I wanted it, but I'm not jumping in now with this increase, sharp increase in price. Even though it's a nice card, I do want it. But what I would rather have, I think, instead of having this card, I would rather buy sealed product of FBO7. I think, right, because if one goes too high too fast, you want to sit on the other one for value gain. If you want to talk about artwork, that's a different conversation. But if you want to talk about value, maybe one lags behind the other. So if you can find FBO7, like a case of it somewhere for a pretty good deal, that's probably the next best step because this card skyrocketed. And so did the Bulma too, right? But look, $2,000. Let's see what it sold for. 1,700. So we're almost at $2,000 already. This card is it's getting to the point where this card is basically a super alt art. Like this should just say super alt art with these prices. And here is a raw copy, and I did not look it up, but we can kind of assume it's in this range. And the God rank, I talked about this maybe a couple weeks ago, that the God rank, this is the card that you can get from the PC client when you win the tournament or you place pretty highly in the PC tournament or the PC online client tournaments. And there's two ranks. The master rank is the lower one, which is still pretty hard to get from what I've heard. And the God rank one is the one that everybody wants, the top tier ones. But this is a Japanese one that sold for 590. And someone informed me that after I dropped the video about the God rank, a bunch of Japanese stores raised their prices like 3x. So this guy getting in under 600 is a very good deal. And I really like this card. I probably should have bought one when it was 200. I should have bought one before I dropped my video, but it's okay. I'm not too greedy with all my profits. And that's the thing you have to think about. Like let's say you're a scalper, let's say you're an investor. The thing about being a scalper and investor is that I think a lot of people lean too heavy on never selling anything. That's the thing. They're like, oh my God, I don't want to be one of those people that hold like, you're holding some kind of card and you never let it go. And then eventually the market kind of takes a correction or the market tanks and you never got any profit. But deep down, you were just an investor, speculator or scalper. And I think you need to have a little bit looser hands. You should have looser hands as a scalper, investor, speculator. You should not have diamond hands. Diamond handing this card right here is for like collectors or for guys like me where it's like I'm kind of a mix, right? Like I like collecting but I also care about monetary value. You should be letting stuff go a little bit easier and you don't want to kind of take the risk of things going to zero or like the Masters cards, Dragon Ball Masters, when the God rank card or the God rare cards were up to like $10,000 at the peak of Masters, dropped all the way down to around 1,000, 1,500. You don't want to be in that 90% decline if you're an investor speculator. That's why you need to sell off. And if you think about it, that's what happened with Masters. All those people sold off because most of those people were just investors and speculators. So if you were a collector, right? If you're a collector, let's say this was a God rare, let's say this was Masters God rare, and I was a collector. Let's say I bought it at 10,000, then I'm riding it all the way down to 1,500. But this is the thing you have to think about. This is the thing you have to think about. If you're a real collector, why did you not have this before the boom? See? So if you bought in at $10,000 at the peak of Masters, you're just an investor speculator. Because if you're a real collector, you would have liked the card without the monetary value, right? Something to think about. All right, enough ranting that I seem to do too much. Let's continue on. And another energy marker that this one is a little bit mid to me, but I'm always going to appreciate this artwork right here. Always. I'm always going to appreciate the manga artwork. This one sold for 600. So as you can see, a lot of the more mid-tier stuff is now crossing 500, some hitting 1,000 now. So we're not slowly going up, we're like chunking up, right? It's like 200 at the boom, we start to see that 400 to 500, now it's like a solid 500 600, now some are going to 1,000. So it's going really really fast, and I honestly don't know where that top is. I don't know where people's like an average like an average collector, I don't know what the top is, because if somebody really likes his artwork, this could easily say 2000 and they'd buy it, because obviously it's really generic knowledge now that anything from SB01 and O2, anything in the manga booster boxes are probably not going to be reprinted, and this is it. This is it. I'm not saying that this is a population of one, but whatever's out there in binders and still in sealed cases, this is probably it. And the Majin Buu, I really like this card. You can still get this card for under $200, so you can get it for like, I think 170, 180 last time I checked, and it's a good card. I really like it. And then this thing right here is one of the security tags. Well, I like to think about it as a security tag, because I saw a lot of the fake SBO1s. Like, a lot of fake cards don't have that Dragon Ball security tag. So if you're looking at that yellow Goku, just try to make sure that you can see this Dragon Ball right here, because a lot of fakes don't have this. But anyway, this Boo is really nice. I'm contemplating on getting mine graded, but I'm sure that mine has centering issues. But we'll see. Maybe I'll send it in for fun. And the childhood Gohan in SB01 and PSA 10. This is a Japanese one too. And this Japanese one sold for 1650. So people are already buying the Japanese ones. You know, the saying, all tides raise all ships, or something like that. All waves tides ship. I don't know. Everyone keeps saying it to me, and I never remember. I don't know why, but the concept is there, where like the IP, the whole trading card game goes up, and the English starts to get unobtainable for a lot of people, cannot justify 4 or 5,000 or whatever the last sold is, right? What is it, 35, 4,500? You know, this 1850 is a lot more attractive. Same artwork, you know, the text is already minimal. You're already like barely reading anything right here anyway. So a lot of people just, it's okay, just buy the Japanese because they just want the artwork to display and have. But this is it. We're already seeing the and I'm pretty sure this last sold was someone in the Western world. I'm pretty sure of it. I don't think a Japanese, because if a Japanese fan would have had this, they would have just had it already before the boom. I'm pretty sure a Westerner bought this, right? And then they couldn't justify the English. But here we go. All tides raise boats, whatever the saying is. I should probably stop saying it. All right, and the best Broly right here, which I really want, but not. I'm not buying at these prices. Instead of buying at these prices, maybe I'll try to get some sealed cases. But I know even the sealed cases here is quite a lot, so I think I might just be priced out of this for a little bit here, because I'm not willing to spend that much on speculating on Broly. Which I think this is a very good card. This is the best Broly for now in Fusion World, and if you're a fan, you're getting the best Broly at around 3,000. I'm not sure if that's too bad actually, but if we look, it's 2,800, so it's just about $3,000, which is about right. You're talking about the chase card of FBO6 and best Broly in the entire Fusion world. And an SBO2 sold for around $400. So SBO2 is now crossing that 300 on eBay at least. I'm not too sure what TCG Player says. Maybe we'll look here in a second. And the last eBay listing is the Gohan from FBO7. This is a very nice card. One of my friends has one in PSA 10. It's super vibrant in person. I mean, even here, you can kind of see it here, but I like this shot. Even 900 is not that bad, because I see a world where PSA 10 and BGS 10s are 2000s for this card pretty easily. I'm pretty sure there is, but I just haven't seen the sold listings. I might have crossed it over. But if we look at TCG Player here, let's look for the SB02. Let's see. So eBay was about 400 for that huge sale, but let's see what it is. Oh yeah, so that guy completely overpaid. They're only around 280 here. You know, still under 300. We have quite a few listings under 300, which actually makes me kind of want to get in now, because it's still Manga Booster. It's still SBO2. Maybe even buying a case. But see, the thing about how I think about this is, okay, you spent $4,000 on Manga Booster 2. Okay, fair. But if I spent $4,000 on a pre-order somewhere else, I might be able to get double my money or triple my money. And then that double or triple, I can come and buy 2 or 3 SB02s. That's kind of how I think about it. Like, buying in now is great because you set and you forget, right? Just buy it, you just put it somewhere in your house, and then you just never look at it again. Or if you want to buy just a couple, right? Let's just say the case is too much. You buy a couple booster boxes, and you put it in the acrylic case, and you put it on your shelf, and you enjoy the art. Either way, I think it's really good. I actually might just pick some up just to have. Very interesting though. Okay, I think that concludes today's Market Watch. This is Corey with TCG Equity. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.